let's say I'm a new manager.
Okay.
And somebody that I know is close to retiring, and I've got a couple of people who might be able to step up. And I've got lead time. I've got maybe a year and a half. What would you recommend that I do to try to prepare my internal people to the best of my ability to help them be able to step up?
I think you have to first identify who of your people you feel have potential, right? Have the right attitude. I think attitude is everything. I think you can teach those that want to be taught and have a little burning desire inside to, little competitive nature.
You definitely select on competitiveness.
I do. And you have to.
Yeah, tell me more.
I think you have to, because I feel like everything, there has to be some internal reward that's greater than monetary. Because again, we go back to, we have an organization, or our organization didn't have a whole lot of money when I came in, right? And so over the years, there's always other organizations or other entities that may pay more than us, or have, a sexier, organization or new organization, or, they do some other stuff that we can't, compete or do. And so there has to be something else that drives you internally, that satisfies you, that is greater than just chasing that dollar. Because obviously we all need to work and we need to support our families. And, we do a really good job, as we stabilized, to find those ways to reward them monetarily. But I think the greatest reward is having sense of purpose, and what you put out actually came to fruition, and you did that. And so I try to steer that or ignite that, or see who has that, drive or ability, or, that's what they want. And I think that's what I would suggest, to look at them, because they're the ones that are going to kind of yield and grow into that role better than just, well, how much does it pay? I'll take it. It's going to pay me, $5-10 more. They're not doing it for the right reason.
How do you help them with their fear? Like, I want to do this, but I'm actually scared.
Yeah. I mean, giving them real life examples of just myself and situations that I've encountered, or even just situations that as a organization that we encountered. Remember, because we're really quick to move on to the next thing, and we kind of forget how we got there, even though it was difficult. And then I point that out. Well, if you remember, we did this, and what was the outcome? It turned out okay. It may be a little scary initially. It's the unknown, of course. It's, that creates fear in itself, but it tends to work out. If we keep after it, if we do these steps, if we do these things, we're consistent, we're persistent. We can't let fear, and I always tell them, I'd rather you try than not try at all. That's my only ask. Do not give up before trying. I said, if you just try it once, and if it fails and it doesn't work out, at least we tried. And they know that. They may not like it initially, and then after they find out as they do it, it's like, that wasn't that bad. And so they themselves have gone through that experience, and I think it makes it easier. And then the other thing, I think I always have this in my mind, Cindy, when we first engaged y'all, and I was so bad about saying, well, it's just common sense. I can't believe they don't know that. It's just common sense. And you told me, well, it's common sense to you because you've had that experience. They've not had that experience. It's not common sense to everybody. And I always remembered after that, and made sure I never said that word again, and communicated the why, or, was a little, I guess, exercise more grace for them after that.
Can I ask you for a number? Think about all the people you've taken a chance on.
Mm-hmm.
What percent from 0 to 100 would you say were successful?
I would say probably 85%. I haven't had too many fail. Again, I have a lot of them still.
And an extra question, you can answer this however you want. How many people would you say the gamble that you've made, giving them a chance, they took it and ran in a way that fundamentally altered their life. And I don't just mean, well, I took this job and I'm different. But I mean, literally, there was something fundamentally different about them and about their life.
I mean, I would say probably that same percentage.
Yeah.
I mean,
Most people.
most of them, yeah. I think most of the ones that I've, again, had, through the years, again, I think you just have to shift, why you're there. Because all of us have an opportunity to go anywhere, right? And I think us also creating a culture that is kind of gives you that ability to shine, that ability to keep growing and keep being challenged, not being stagnant, and then that there is a reward. There is also some, at least monetary reward there. But that's not the driving factor.
Did you ever think that you would be the CEO?
Never. That was not on my my list of what I wanted to be when I grew up. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, to be honest. I did not. It just kind of...
Yeah, and not to tie it up too cleanly, but I mean, it's the idea of a couple people take a chance, and then it was life-changing.
Yes.
Now, that said, you were lucky that people decided to do that. And I think if you want to rise, most people have to put the signals out and indicate they want it.
Yes.
Yeah, well, Leticia didn't do the work and take the gamble, but the gamble came to her.
Yeah.
Correct.
And most people have to actually go to the casino.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody actually said, look, get in the car. I'm taking you to the casino.
Correct. And I think in every opportunity it was a crisis. Something was happening as I'm getting put in these opportunities or these positions. And again, they saw something in me, and I just said, yes, I'll go try. Yeah. I've never done it before, but I'll try it.
Yeah, I forget who it was, but you may remember. So years ago, somebody said, like, the thing about life is just showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of, this is an example of, it doesn't always work this way.
No.
But if you show up and you do good work, in Leticia's case, there were crises.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't anybody to solve it who, like, was obvious. And so people, I think this happened to you twice. People took big chances on Leticia because she shows up every day. She does good work. And let's give it a shot.
Yep.
And we're not anti-external.
No.
Although
sometimes you need you need the network, sometimes you need the expertise. Sometimes you need a different perspective.
Sure.
Definitely. But I would say through my career, we have been more successful bringing them up from internally, and we've had some external that I probably had less. The percentage of my success from external is less than my success from internal. We've had some good external that are still there.
Yeah, sure.
But I would say the majority of
your fallout is the external people you bring in.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think, to some degree, it's a little bit implied that when they're coming in externally that they're going to be maybe more likely to be looking for, at some point, looking for another opportunity, another jump.
Right.
Whereas somebody who's internal and been there for a while, they're almost indicating that, hey, this is where I want to be. The people who have been here for a while and have a sense of community, many of them don't want to leave it.